20 minutes, change clothes. I had a meal before the label. Just as long as they know money
What is up, guys? SlumpTV here on Sports Fan Entertainment, bringing you guys my list for the top 5 running backs in the history of the National Football League. Now, this list was extremely difficult to make, even harder than my top 5 quarterbacks list. But with that being said, I want you guys to leave your list down below, and let's get on to my top 5 players to ever play in the running back world. At number 5, I have the OG, the legend himself, the 80-year-old man, Jim Brown. Now, Jim Brown isn't really an appealing name because he played so long ago. I mean, I believe he was drafted in the 1957 NFL Draft, 6th overall by the cursed Cleveland Browns. But the thing people don't know about this man is he actually did win a ring. I mean, yes, the Browns have won a ring. Just like many franchises, he won the NFL championship game, which isn't the Super Bowl, so the Browns still don't got a Super Bowl ring. But hey, he did win a championship. The reason why I have Jim Brown so high on this list is because he literally transformed the running back position. I mean, he was the first running back to reach 100 yards. He literally destroyed football for a long time. I'm pretty sure he was a 4-time MVP. He was just amazing, man. 12,000 rushing yards. He broke all the records currently, obviously, because his numbers are ridiculous for a time period that long ago. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I have the OG himself, Jim Brown, at number 5. At number 4, I have the electrifying man himself, my favorite player to ever play the game of football, LaDainian Tomlinson, the real LT. LT was selected 5th overall in the 2001 draft by my San Diego Chargers, formerly San Diego Chargers, but that's besides the point, okay? LT, what he brought into the run game was he ran with such fluidity, and he had that beautiful, powerful, stiff arm that he always used, bro. This man was an animal in open space. He was probably the most complete back we have ever witnessed in the history of the National Football League. Not only could he run it, he can throw it and catch it. Like, he could do it all. He was, man, I miss him, okay? He literally resurrected the Chargers, gave them a name, made them the powerhouse of the NFL for 4 straight years, and then after that, you know, he went to the Jets, struggled a bit. Man, the one blemish on his resume is the fact that he never got a ring, and I put 50% of the blame on him since he can never stay healthy come playoff time, or he was too soft to play, okay? Because back in 2008, Philip Rivers, and no, even 2007, Philip Rivers continued to play the game on the torn ACL, and LT was just on the sidelines just chilling, man. He got this reputation as being soft, but hey, I don't call that soft. I call that being a San Diego Charger. LT had probably the best season out of all running backs on this list. In 2006, his MVP season, LaDainian Tomlinson ran for 1,815 yards, 28 rushing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns, and 2 passing touchdowns, bringing his total of that season to 33 touchdowns. I mean, he broke the record for most touchdowns in a single season rushing and from the line of scrimmage. He was just an animal that year, and they had to rely on him because Philip Rivers was that was his first full season he played as a quarterback. So I understand why, and he took full advantage of that. The season after Sean Alexander broke the record, he came back and broke his own record. Okay, LT, I have to thank LT for me being a Chargers fan. Even though we suck, it was truly a blessing that I am one. Okay, LT was a 6-time All-Pro. That's pretty good in the 11-season career he played in, man. That is remarkable. He won Rookie of the Year. He is the GOAT in my opinion. LaDainian Tomlinson at number 3. It was extremely hard to put him on at this spot. I wanted him to be higher, but his fumbles really killed it, man. His fumbles are significant, to be honest. Over 80. That's insane. Okay, I have Walter Payton. Okay, Walter Payton was selected 4th overall by the Chicago Bears, and he played his entire career with the Chicago Bears. That's good to see. Whenever a player plays, like, you know, he's a franchise running back. And like I said, man, all these guys on this list are extremely high draft spots. Like, if you're a GM and you need a running back, go draft one, okay? They, like Dalvin Cook, these guys might turn into a franchise running back. I'm not talking about no Walter Payton, no top 5 guys, but they will be a beast in the NFL, okay? Do that, GMs. If you need one, go get one. But look, Walter Payton has won a ring. That is a Super Bowl ring at that. He's the first guy on this list so far to win a ring. He won it with the legendary 1985 Chicago Bears. Walter Payton is ranked 2nd on this list for rushing yards. Even though his touchdown total isn't ridiculous, it is pretty good with like his team. Like he literally he did what he needed to do. He constantly did it. His yards per carry were significantly higher than the guy in second. Like Walter Payton was just a beast, 2-time MVP. Man, 9-time All-Pro, I believe. Like he did it all. For those reasons, Walter Payton deserves to be at my number 3 spot on this list. At number 2, I have the rushing yards king himself, Emmit Smith. Now, Emmit, look and listen here, alright? Emmit Smith killed all the records. He literally killed all the records. I mean, he's second in total touchdowns, honestly, after Jerry Rice. Third place at LT. But he leads all running backs for rushing touchdowns. 164. Now, that's a remarkable number. The thing that sets him apart from everybody else on this list just happens to be his postseason performance and, you know, his rings. He got 3 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboy dynasty, and you'd be insane to say he wasn't a huge part of it. He's one of the main reasons why they were so dominant. Like, man, you just have to give this man a round of applause. He did it all. The only blemish to his record is that, like his name, is that his yards per carry were extremely low. 4 in the amount of seasons he played with it, man, that's terrible. As well as the fact that, as I said, he played the most seasons out of anybody on this list, and he only has 5 All-Pros. If I'm not mistaken, that's the lowest All-Pro selection out of everybody on this list. And when I announce my number 1 ranked running back of all time, you will understand why he is not better than my number 1 pick, alright? So yeah, guys, with that all being said, I had to give Emmit Smith the 2nd spot though, because he is the face of all running backs currently when it comes to the NFL. Now, could we see Zeke dominate? Could he maybe end his career with 15K rushing yards and winning 2 or 3 rings with the Dallas Cowboys? We'll have to wait and see. But hey, Dallas Cowboys got a gem in Zeke Elliott. Hopefully they can put him to use like they put. At number 1, I have the greatest running back of all time, Barry Sanders. Now, I know, he didn't have those rings that Emmett had, but hey, they played in the same decade, and you see the statistics right here, okay? Now, the sad thing about Barry is he had to retire early because he was tired and sick of playing for an incompetent franchise in the Detroit Lions. I mean, just recently, we saw Megatron do the exact same thing. Nobody wants to play for a losing franchise for his entire career. So he said, you know what, I'm just going to hang up my cleats. He only played 10 seasons. He played like LT, Jim Brown, all those guys played for a few seasons, honestly. They didn't play for 12, 13, 14, 15 even. Now, he got drafted in the 1989 draft, 3rd overall by the Detroit Lions. Emmitt Smith was selected first round, 17th pick in the 1990 draft. So right then and there, you're like, oh my god, they played in the same time era. They played in the same decade. Yes, they did. And as I said before while talking about Emmitt Smith was only an All-Pro 5 times throughout his career. 5 times, y'all. And the reason for that is because you had a behemoth over here in Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was an All-Pro his entire career, every single season he played. Whereas Emmett was an All-Pro a third of his career. Barry Sanders was still a phenomenal running back when he retired. He had 3 good seasons left. And had he played those 3 seasons, you can already tell he would have completely destroyed Emmitt Smith's records right now. Okay, not touchdowns. I'm talking about rushing yards. Like, he was going to destroy it, okay? Carries even. This man averaged 5 yards per carry, whereas Emmett averaged 4. Are you going to tell me that this man, Barry Sanders, was not better? I'm sad that Barry Sanders did not get that 100th rushing touchdown. That's a shame, to be honest, because that 100 looks beast. But hey, this man did great his entire career. He won the MVP award in 1997. Sure, it was a co-MVP, but still, it's an MVP award nonetheless. So yeah, guys, with that being said, that has been my list for the top 5 running backs in the history of the National Football League. So yeah, guys, that has been the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, because next week I'll be putting out my top 5 safeties in the history of the National Football League. Now, like I said, subscribe to Sports Fan Entertainment. Check out my channel. Link will be down below in the description. So yeah, guys, that has been it. Peace out.